welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man who has perfected the jump face. It's Norbert Morvan.
Yes, sir.
So the world knows us. They know that we're both jumpers, Norbert.
Literally.
Yeah. Like the 2009 movie, we can jump anywhere.
That movie, legend.
Yeah.
Those powers, actual, real. We have them.
Yeah, and so a lot of people don't know this, but you and I are actually architecture. Like, we steal artifacts, ancient artifacts, but we steal them from people who have already stole them, and we bring them to people's houses who are stealing them, but they're going to treat them better.
Clearly. The guy shows up. It belongs in a museum. No, it doesn't. Jump. I got it.
Exactly. But they weren't treating it well. So we're stealing stolen artifacts from people who aren't treating them well, and we're bringing them to dealers who are stealing them, but they're going to treat them better. So we justify it.
Exactly. Justification is the key to all things.
Now, when I first moved, I met Norbert in Korea in 2009. We taught at a school out there, and I was a jumper, but I didn't know quite how to power my jumps. And you taught me all about the jump face.
Well, the key, it's somewhere in between the Zoolander and the resting bitch face.
Yeah.
Somewhere in between the two.
You really coach me, and for some reason you kind of do this like yellow steel, not like blue steel. Like you do like
right.
You turn your right, but you taught me.
That's what
I kind of look like a mixture of DJ Qualls and Eddie Griffin in The New Guy when they do the Crazy Eye.
That's what it is. However, your chiseled features, your incredible cheekbones, dare say your perfect bone structure, these are the things that take it to level 10. You know what I'm saying? You know how Star Trek had Warp 9, but you go beyond Warp 9.
Ludicrous speed,
my friend. Put the helmet on. Let's go.
Well, one time I jumped into someone else's jumping portal, and I did a double jump.
Double jump is only on Nintendo, my friend. Double jump, baby.
I turned into Mario for a while.
You know what it is. We do the double jump. We break not only the laws of physics, but the laws of gravity.
Yeah, gravity means nothing to us. And I gotta say, we gotta stop sitting on the Sphinx's head, you and I.
You do. But at the same time, we didn't take it to the level of those two people, the controversial ones, somewhere from Europe, where they made the porno. That was the next level. The next level. We don't take it that far.
We just leave beer cans on top and maybe a chair every now and again.
We have violated the Sphinx with beer. Absolutely.
But I guess there's worse, right?
Porno, I guess, is the word.
Yeah, you're right. So when I moved to Korea, you worked at the same place I did, and one day you're like, Mark, you're coming over to my apartment, and I went over there, and we just watched They Live, and so a lot of soju, a lot of makgeolli. There's some other people out there, but I don't remember them. But we watched it, and we were just yelling at the screen.
Have to.
And then I think just fueled by makgeolli, you and I made a blood pact, a jumping pact, we're going to watch this movie once a month, every month.
Did.
Yep.
That's right. Right, man.
I like that our blood pact was once a month. Watch one movie.
Definitely.
We really should pitch more stuff to people like that. Like, when people are like, hey man, do you want to help me move? Well, no. It's like, hey man, do you want to move that book for me? Oh, yeah, I'll do that. So like, if you're like, Mark, we got to watch this every day, I'd have been like, yeah, and then we would have quit the next day. But when you say once a month,
being a one-time resident of New York City, the friend who calls you out of nowhere and is just, so I haven't spoken to you in 6 months, but hey, do you want to help me move across the country? Because that'd be great.
Yeah.
That's a thing. No, my friend, movies. Yeah. That's the key.
What if your friend said, hey, do you want to go to IKEA with me and just help me lug a Nordic desk? I'll buy you meatballs. Like, you might say yes, right?
They never come through with anything greater than a pizza and a six-pack, for what is demanding physical labor. It is absurd. I am not a fan of it.
Thousands
of
miles.
Don't like it.
You once made a cross-country trip for a pizza and a six-pack.
Yeah. I mean, for Christ's sake, Romancing the Stone. You got Michael Douglas and the woman, and they go across the earth. So imagine if Danny DeVito said, "Okay, so at the end, I'm going to buy you guys some Sbarros, a full pie, and you can get lemon chicken." Like, really? Come on, son. Come on.
I would be so bummed. Now, I know they don't listen to this podcast, but I helped move some people, and they had very expensive furniture, and we were lifting a piano through the garage. The first thing I lifted all day, I blew my back out on a piano.
Of course.
And I finished the day lifting for them. I mean, just tons of stuff. And I don't want to sound disingenuous, right? This is terrible. But then, like, they gave me some, like, chicken. And now, I wasn't, if they wouldn't have given me that, I would have been fine. Like, hey, Mark, thanks a lot. Like, we really appreciate it. We needed it. But when we were like, oh, hey, Mark, for all this work, here's chicken. Like, so if they just would have said, you really helped us out, I would have been like, absolutely. I don't need anything. But it's just the fact that they threw some chicken at me and said, that's what you get. That offended me more.
The problem is, you're in incredible shape and people look at you. So they assume that, well, clearly Mark has the strength of 10 men.
Yep.
Let's just make him lift his bed by himself. You know what I'm saying? They don't take the mattress out. They don't take the sheets off.
That's
they
right.
just say, look at Hoffmeyer. You know what? Pick up this bed, this chest of drawers. And then, you know what? You're a guy. You like Red Bull and vodka, right? Go for it. That's all you, Hoff. All day.
We'll see you later.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for your service.
Yeah. Were you there with me when I found the sofa for my apartment in the trash?
Probably. Dumpster diving was a Cheongju thing, man. Absolutely.
But that was a really nice set I had, and I gave that to somebody.
You probably did. This is the way it works.
Yeah, you're right.
There are a lot of pieces of furniture in my apartment that I bleached the hell out of that I found from outside.
Do you still have that red couch? Do you still have that red couch?
You know what? That red couch, R.I.P. There were some, shall we say, quote unquote stains.
Yeah.
That couch had to go.
Got it. Yeah, that thing was good to go when you got it.
Hey, you know what? You can't be choosy when you're on the budget at the time.
Yeah, you're right. We did what we could.
We did. We survived.
And but I just gotta tell you, man, this movie has a special place in my heart, just because when you watch certain films, right? And I'm not saying this one's not good, but like the movie Jumper. I don't know if you remember when I first came to Korea, they put me in that like love motel instead of putting me in the apartments with you guys, and they're like, "We'll see you in 3 days." So I just went out for a walk in February, and it was freezing, and I just piecemealed all this cold, warm weather clothing, and I finally found that theater, and I watched Jumper, and I was like, I can handle this.
Yeah.
And so that movie just has a great play, and so someone's like, man, I don't like Jumper. I'm like, oh, I'm a grown.
Who doesn't like Jumper? Yeah, exactly. Come on, man.
Yeah,
listen, it's not Scorsese.
No.
But you can follow quickly from A to B.
Yep.
Sam Jack, of course, he comes in. He's the villain. Yep. I mean, where do I sign up for that? That movie's great.
The Palantines hunting down the jumpers.
Yeah, totally, man.
And they actually filmed in the Coliseum. And this is going to sound crazy. So I was at the Coliseum, and I was more excited about they filmed Jumper here.
Wait, what?
They filmed Jumper.
The Roman Coliseum, like, are you not entertained? That place?
And so instead of me being excited about history, I was like, I think that's where they did that jumping scene. That's how much I love movies, man. That's bad.
That movie was awesome. And the whole teleporting and using electricity to stop the teleporting, that's straight up Marvel. That's what you do to stop Nightcrawler before the movies.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a Marvel head all day, so they totally jacked that from my boy R.I.P. Stan Lee.
Oh, wow.
All day.
I didn't know that.
Day. Yeah, man.
Were you in the theater screaming? I was hearing you go. I heard somebody go, Nightcrawler!
I'm in the back. I'm from New York. We do that. We talk to the screen.
This yelling?
New Yorkers, we do that, man. We talk to the screen.
Like someone walks up to the house, right? And they think there's like a killer in the house. And then they just run away. Would you yell at the screen then? Like, people like, don't stay, run. But what would they do if they actually run away? Do you go, heck yeah?
You know what? If they actually run away, you don't say anything because they've made a logical decision.
Like an Insidious.
And The reason why New Yorkers yell at the screen is because people are doing stupid shit, man. It's dark. Why? Why are we walking? You know what? We should split up. No, we shouldn't.
Yeah. We'll cover more ground.
You know, why are we covering ground? Why are we covering ground? There is a murderer. There is some evil entity or a creature from another dimension, or your mother who was thrown off by the way that you refused to listen to her directions. Hey, you know what'd be great? She's already shown that she's more powerful than we could ever possibly imagine. Let's go one-on-one. I'm going to look under his bed. What does it mean? It's madness.
Yeah. Would a logical horror movie be good?
Well,
The Descent. Right? Because that's a logical choice that they make to go down there, because she's trying to, right? She's trying to kind of make up for the bad, she had the affair with that woman's husband. So she's like, totally. I'm going to push us, but it's really more about me than it is you. So it's believable.
Absolutely.
And then when they get down there, everything just hits the fan.
They call it agency. The writers, I think they call it agency or motivation. And totally, it made sense because she wanted them to all get together. It had been a while since they'd seen each other. Her life clearly was going nowhere. She wasn't living her best life as all the other women were. And, she says, hey, let's go into a dank pit and bond. To hell with fried green tomatoes. Let's talk to each other. I don't want to talk to you about pregnancy and, our cycles and stuff. Let's talk about just getting in the dirt.
Yeah, let's be badasses.
Yeah, let's be tough.
Let's spelunk.
Yeah, spelunker.
Yep. I showed that behind the scenes clips to my students, my production design students, and they built all that on stage. Neil Marshall did.
Wow.
Obviously, it would have been a fortune to go in caves, but I showed them that, and then I showed them the first fight scene between Juno and the Crawler, how urgent it was, and my students were just gobsmacked. They were. It was the happiest. I felt like a proud parent showing my students The Descent.
That the thing about it is, you watch that movie and you go into the theater and you expect, okay, it's going to be a horror flick, but it gets dark, man.
Yeah,
it gets really dark,
literally and figuratively.
Yeah, exactly. And the women are swimming around in pools of feces and corpses, and like that picture of the dog in the burning room. This is fine, It's not.
Yeah,
it's not.
It was
amazing.
It's a good movie. Why didn't we watch that together?
Because they live, my friend.
Yeah, that's right.
They live.
We were too busy watching this.
Live.
So
they live is the alpha and the omega. That's it, man. Keith blood clot David. That's my man, son.
He's the best, isn't he?
Absolutely, in everything. I've never seen him be bad.
You and I learned, so he did They Live, right? And I thought he was great in They Live. The fact that he held his own next to Kurt Russell, who I think is just a magnet of charisma, he held that.
Kurt?
Yeah, Kurt Russell.
He was in a movie with Kurt Russell?
Yeah, Keith David.
No way.
The Thing.
Oh, right. Jesus. You know what? Time zone.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's the morning for Norbert there.
Time zone.
And then he didn't get another job until this movie.
Basically, it's what it felt like.
But then you watch him in it, and the dude's good. He's funny. He was on the show Enlisted. I don't know if you ever watched it, but he's funny. And
there's no way that Keith David is not. He's not a scene chewing guy either. He's a magnet. When he speaks, you must listen. The deep voice.
Yeah.
When he's on Rick and Morty, he steals the scenes even on that.
Yeah, he's got a voice on him. Never put the bean. How'd you get the beans above the Frank?
Yeah. That's right, man. Yeah. Something about Barry.
Oh man, I love that. But he just makes me so happy, Keith David. And then Roddy Piper, dude. All right, so we have a ton of questions in here. I'm gonna jump to one question real quick. And this one comes from Don Ventacinqua, and he asks, how would it have been different if Kurt Russell had starred in lieu of Roddy? I guess the back alley fight scene would have gone differently. So
back alley fight scene would have been done in 2 minutes.
Yeah, and
30 seconds.
30 seconds at least. And I mean, Roddy Piper, when I listened to the commentary on his, he said that there were scenes in this. So I guess when he grew up, he moved all over the place, had kind of a tragic, like a weird growing up. And he said that he was in these places, and he said that scene where he's carrying the kid when the shanty town's getting destroyed, he was carrying a kid away. He's like, I was pretending like that was me. And he was he brought a very blue collar but very burly blue collar vibe to this movie, and he's fine. And I don't think you want, Norbert, do you want this Nada to have a lot of charisma?
Well, this is the thing, man. The Canadians that I've all met out here in Korea, I get it. I get Roddy Piper's character way more after having met dudes in Korea, because they love to get drunk and fight.
Yeah.
You know, they're just rugged, kind of. Yeah. They say exactly what's on their mind, just like him. They don't take crap from anybody.
And they're very earnest too, though. They're very earnest.
They're honest people. I've never had a Canadian cat lie to me so far in my life, knocking on the wood table. Absolutely. The blue collar thing, he plays it to the bone because that's exactly who he is. It's his best acting role.
And I like that scene where when he, so he shows up in the town, he's looking for work, he can't find work, he has all his own tools, he gets a job with, on a site, and he meets Keith David, and they're walking back, and Keith's like, hey man, I wish I could mimic Keith David. I would just do that all the time.
I literally took
you mother. I can't do it.
I don't like nobody following me unless I know why.
Yes.
Well, I don't join up with nobody unless I see where he's going. Amazing.
Yes. I love that line though, and the both of them kind of looked at each other and had an understanding of that moment.
Chemistry is so good.
I just had an epiphany, Norbert.
Do it.
Do you think I wear so much flannel because of this movie?
I think you wear the flannel not only because of the film, but because you are the Hoff. And no one rocks the style like you do. Your beard.
Triple flannel.
Dude, flawless victory.
One of these days I'm going quadruple flannel one day, Norbert.
I went to college in Ohio and I started rocking flannel in the white t-shirt because it has to be.
Oh yeah. Oh, that remember in the late 90s, everyone kind of had the flannel looking shirts and then the big flannel shirts and then the white shirt. Yeah.
Absolutely, the grunge, man.
White.
Totally. And that's not grunge, but that song was everywhere.
I mean, yeah, that's a pretty dark song, much like this movie that that became a mainstream hit. That song's all about drug use. This song's all about the middle class being taken over by the yuppies and how, they're secretly having us consume and obey and reproduce and this is your God. And
the Reagan era aspect of it's unavoidable, man. The whole speech that the alien makes when Nada's got the glasses on and he's in the store, he's looking up at the TV, that whole Morning in America speech that Reagan made, they absolutely just kind of cut and paste it into the movie. It's real, man.
And then just,
it's real.
They're making these people. Now, I have a question. Are they? All right, so we're jumping in the end, Norbert, but this is how we do here on Movies from the Flicks.
Go for it, baby. I'm here.
Okay, so they said that they were trying to terraform the world.
Yes.
Were they trying to destroy the world? Were they trying to make it more inhabitable for themselves and they were using the humans with money? Right? Or were they just, you know what I mean?
Okay. So when I watch this movie now, I'm turning 41 next week, as an adult watching this movie, the guy who sells out, he literally says this is their third world.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
They come to Earth and they're looking at it as Venezuela, as the way the Belgians did to parts of Africa. They come there, bing bang boom. These are cattle. These are cannon fodder. We take what we want, we do whatever the hell we want, and then we're out. It's way deeper as an adult than as you're a kid. Just, oh, cool, aliens and boobs at the end,
Yeah. I mean, that is a funny ending, dude. Just the aliens at the bar. Then there's the aliens, and then the alien goes, "What is it, baby?"
Yeah.
I mean, that's such a but imagine that's the ending of a movie where they turn off the signal, and John Carpenter just has fun with aliens at bars. Or that's like that. This movie ends with an alien going, "What is it, baby?" Like it's beautiful.
But the thing about it is, a lot of the people that critique the movie online, the people that don't like this movie, there is kind of a message of anti-consumerism and conformity, but we don't know. They're missing the point, man. He lays it on thick at the beginning, so that in the last 20, 30 minutes, he can just go da-da-da-da-da-da with the violence. You know what I mean?
I mean,
I remember it's nuts, man.
10 years ago, you made a comment, and I still remember this. I'm amazed I remember it after all the soju.
Thank you.
But you were talking about once these two get guns in their hands, once Keith David gets a gun in his hand, it never leaves. They just go around shooting people.
Never. Keith David and Roddy Piper, listen, they got the ratchets. It is time for some action, you know? And your favorite line in the movie is the bubblegum line. I remember that. You used to just randomly spout that.
Yep. That was the most normal stuff I used to say back then.
Yo, man, Soju and Makali, man.
Yep.
Parental advisory.
Remember that one night when I was convinced I was like, I could beat up a ghost?
You really were. And I didn't see a ghost, and so I was kind of worried, but I had your back.
I was saying, like, if I ever came across one, I think I could do something. I could headlock it.
I know that not only could you headlock it, but you could put it in the Roddy Piper move that he used during the fight.
I would have a fight scene similar, 5-minute and 20-second fight scene. Similar, and I've never snowboarded in my life, but one time with you, James, and Wong, I took a tiny piece of cardboard and I skied down that, or snowboarded down that rocky, yeah. Mania.
Because you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, man.
Mania. But yeah, so I mean, all right. So I guess let's see, where was I at? What point was I going towards? But I guess we'll jump back to the beginning here. And
okay.
I don't know. What did you think about when this movie first started? You're watching this kind of vibe. What were you getting from it?
Listen, man. As a kid, this movie came out when I was 10. And so maybe a year or two later, it starts coming out on TV. And so the thing that brings you in is, oh, snap, it's Piper. This is WWF. But he's awesome. And the thing, you know, I'm a kid from Brooklyn growing up in Queens. What is this hairstyle? Come to find out, it's a mullet. It's an incredible mullet. And so the question I posed to you, just to slightly change the subject, I'm going to get back to, you know, the vibe from the beginning, but better mullet, because you brought up Russell. Big Trouble in Little China or Piper, They Live? Who's got the better mullet?
Oh, dude, this is tough. This is like, hey, do you want a filet mignon or a filet mignon? Right?
Because Piper's mullet, okay, it goes through the ringer. He gets dirty.
Yeah.
Russell, the whole movie, he looks like they've been, you know, okay, can we get a touch up? Can we get he's got a ton of mascara in Big Trouble in Little China.
So, all right, okay, both of them are perfect. I just want to state that. However,
I lean Piper.
Okay, I mean, the thing is, in that movie, Kurt Russell does change his hairstyle a little bit. Remember when he goes in and he kind of, you know, he goes undercover and so he never has full, and he wears a trucker hat. He never has, well, because he's a trucker. Hey, whoa, a trucker wearing a trucker hat, Norbert. Have you ever seen that?
It's not a thing, because the trucker hats, they're ironic, they're incidental. Russell's trucker hat was real. This is what a trucker should look like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, like when you see the kids in the 80s TV shows these days, they have the Thing up on their wall, the Thing poster. That wasn't a big movie at the time. You know what I'm saying?
So people don't look at these mullets, right? And no one would make fun of them for these mullets. So,
no.
And so, all right, but the thing is, oh man, I gotta go with Piper, because there's just no hint of irony. There's no, like, so, you know, Kurt Russell, his performance, I'm going to say this right now. Jack Burton's my favorite action movie star.
Okay.
Because I think it's a very unselfish performance. He's basically the sidekick in that movie. He messes up a lot, but it's meant more to kind of make that character that is him. Right. I think Nada's or Roddy Piper's just feels totally natural. Like it's that. It is that. So there's no hint of we're trying to make a character.
Yeah, he's not trying. He's just a dude who's been on the streets since 13 when he ran away from home, and his dad, you know, he had the razor blade.
Oh yeah.
He's just going left and right like saw on a little tree. Just dark, you know? It's a dark mullet.
That speech, when that speech happens, it's like the Gremlins speech from Gremlins when Phoebe Cates talking about her dad falling in the chimney.
The movie just tone changes completely.
And I was sitting there, so I watched it recently, and I just went, "Whoa!"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, did you know people come up to Roddy Piper and they asked him if his body was CGI'd onto him?
Oh, that's hilarious. That man is chiseled.
Yeah, and
God
John
bless.
Carpenter was like, what?
R.I.P. R.I.P. The God.
Isn't that funny? And then Keith David was, I wish I could do it in his voice. He's like, Roddy would just pick me up and say, hey, where am I going to drop you?
Let me see. Roddy would just pick me up and say, where am I going to drop you?
Yes.
Where am I going to drop you? Roddy. That's terrible.
Roddy. I like how he finishes it with Roddy.
For some reason, I think he's Jamaican. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Yeah, that opening scene when Keith David invites him out and Roddy's just like full on ripped. I never thought of Roddy Piper as being that big, though. He
did not, honestly, if you go back to the YouTube clips of Piper on wrestling, he never had that six pack, bro.
Yeah.
He never did. He absolutely tightened up for this movie.
Oh, okay.
And the world is better for it.
Yeah.
The world, those guys were all doing the roids. They were all on the juice. You know that. We all know that. But in terms of six-pack dudes, that's why it was such a big deal when the Ultimate Warrior came out. Because Hogan, he had the 24-inch pythons, but he absolutely looked like he would go to the bed and breakfast or the buffet and just chow down. But the Warrior was just cut.
What about that guy with the Stormtrooper helmet that fell through the thing?
Oh, Jesus, man. Mankind? He didn't care.
No, the guy with this, remember the Stormtrooper helmet and he tripped through? Like the WCW was supposed to do a new gimmick where they put purple stuff on a Stormtrooper helmet. And it was like Earthquake, the Grand Master. I'll look it up during the break.
Do that, brother. Yeah. Do that. Because you've blown my mind.
But guess what, man? He notices that there's a church and there's a church choir, but no one's playing in this thing. Like I love that scene. I thought that was pretty ingenious.
I made a note about the church choir. Maybe using choir practice as a cover to hide your burgeoning resistance is not a great idea, especially when the place looks like a meth lab as soon as you walk right in. It's crazy. They didn't hide anything. They got this music playing, and it's just, here's our chemicals. Oh, by the way, these are sunglasses. What's going on?
Yeah.
Can we do better? We're the resistance for mankind.
Now, this makes me wonder about the security of these aliens, if they're not falling for this.
Well, the thing about it is, you look at the aliens, the vibe that they give is that the aliens look at people as basically just their fodder, man. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So they run everything. So you could the believability is there because they don't care. They run everything. They run the cops. And if they don't run the cops, they just buy people off, like that one guy with the accent who kind of sounds like Colonel Sanders. He's in everything. You know what I'm
everything.
talking about. He turned traitor, but I don't know his name.
Yeah,
but he was in everything in the 80s.
And he's just walking around drinking. Now, So your theory, I want to throw something by you. So Michael Myers came out in 78, right? Halloween.
Yes, it did.
And over the course of the next 22 years, Michael Myers, whenever he fought somebody, they just threw haymakers at him. Right?
That's correct.
He easily parried them, and then he would shoot them. So he got lazy over stabbed them. So he got lazy he got lazy over his 22 years. So when he battled Busta Rhymes in Halloween Resurrection, he wasn't used to spin kicks.
Not at all.
So
not at all.
He got wrecked by kicks.
He did.
Maybe these aliens kind of got like Michael Myers did, and these glasses were their spin kicks.
Dude, the things that they're putting out, okay? They're putting out that constant sleep. The magazines, no ideas, doubt humanity, stay asleep, reward indifference. They're not expecting people to fight back, man. Most people just completely sell out. Yeah. Now, Piper comes up, and Piper murders, a dozen of them? And they still offer him a contract regardless, man. They offer him a contract at least twice, They feel like they're in total control because humanity is indifferent. Humanity sucks.
Yeah, because we can just give them money.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh, you guys, you're aliens. You're not people. Hey, you want a Nintendo? Well, you know what I mean?
Do you want a Blu-ray of They Live? Yeah.
For the 80s, what would it be? Do you want a VHS with 7 heads?
I would have sold out immediately.
Hey man, we can get you a Benzie box. No one will steal your car stereo anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, just give me shiny things. Yeah, you're right though. I mean, they dismantle the sleepy middle class. We are their cattle, and we are being bred for slavery. We cannot break their signal. The signal, yeah.
Yeah. I really feel watching this movie, especially now as I'm pushing towards the 40s, this movie really holds up, and it's a shame that it did not make more money at the time. But that's because, like Carpenter was saying in the movie, nobody cares.
Yeah. No one cares.
We're comfortable. We're comfortable. That's all we want.
In the commentary, he was just like, yeah, people won't change.
Exactly.
12 years after he said it.
Yeah.
But I have another question. So these freedom fighters are robbing banks to create sunglasses. What is the overhead on these sunglasses?
My dude. Now, you and I, having grown up in the United States, you can hit up any gas station. Remember?
Yes.
Anytime you take a trip from state to state.
Yep.
And I went to Daytona Beach from Ohio to Florida, and by car with my friends. You go from state to state. You're picking up sunglasses, what, $2-3 a pop?
Yeah.
These sunglasses are revealing the hideous conspiracy that lies beneath everything. How much do they cost? You know what I mean?
Hoffman lenses.
Exactly. And we never met Hoffman.
Yeah, I was wondering, who is Hoffman?
So
now think about it. The Graduate, Hoffman's character, didn't really know what he wanted to do.
But he was he plastics.
Yeah. Whoa, and the glasses are plastic.
Blang, blow, wow.
Plastic.
Is it safe? Is it safe?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Get them teeth pulled out. No, dude, we did it. Hoffman in The Graduate, right? Plastics, glasses.
Jamaican air horn. We blew it up, man.
I need fireworks.
Listen, what was it that my man said in the one movie? The revolution must be funded, man.
Yeah.
So they got to do it. And the thing about it is, they are going on the crime spree. They are robbing banks. Now, it's not all going to the glasses. For what it's worth, they've got a shanty town set up in literally just a vacant lot.
Yeah.
And you go to your friend's house. Your friend has a house, 2 cars, a wife and kids, for example. Your friend is giving you paper plates and plastic forks. These guys have ceramic plates, real knife and fork, weighted. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The revolution has to be funded, man. They were using that money for a lot of different things.
I want to know. Yeah, I want to see their invoices.
Exactly.
Where is this money going?
The guy who was putting the sunglasses in the hearse as they were trying to get away. That guy had nice clothes. He wasn't homeless.
And these lenses that are going to change the world, right? They are just throwing them in boxes with no cases.
They don't care about getting a scratch, man. They don't care. The Hoffman lenses are stronger than you or I could ever possibly imagine.
They're another level of plastics.
They're made of unobtainium. Hashtag Avatar, baby. That's what it is.
Is that from Avatar?
Unobtainium. It's a terrible name, but it works.
Wait, I thought that was a joke because it's unobtainable.
It was literally called Unobtainium.
No
that
way.
That movie made $1 billion. I swear to God, Google it.
Dances with Wolves? Now, so, all right, so that's a very good point. Now, another thing. I know this is going to sound, do you think these, from what we saw of these guys, do they seem like bank robbers to you?
Listen. All you need to rob a bank is a mask and some guts, man.
I've just watched Point Break too many times.
There it is. You know what I'm saying?
I've watched The Inside Man and Point Break have changed me forever thinking about what bank robbers should be.
The thing about it is, you want to compare plans? The Inside Man plan is literally, in terms of movie bank robbing, an all-time plan. Because they're never going to get caught. They're never going to get shot.
Yeah. Oh, great plan.
It was brilliant. The ex-president's plan was more, woohoo, we're cowboys. Yeah, I'm Nixon, you're Reagan.
That did not end well. Yeah, but they like the thrill though, right? That was part of their fun.
This is the thing.
And they only got caught because of Keanu.
Well, they got caught because of Keanu and, the tenuous quasi-religious thing they had going that, I mean, what is it? Karma? Is it Christianity? What are we doing? What are we doing?
The Tao of Swayze.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if he just wanted to put it on, I'm Patrick Swayze, you just walk into the bank, rip off your shirt, show him the six pack, and just be like, give me the money.
And bring Chris Farley in there with you.
You might get some bank.
Yeah.
You might get some bank.
I wouldn't know who to pick.
Happen.
I wouldn't know who to pick.
Listen. Farley had charisma.
Oh, yeah. Days of it. So, another question that we had that we kind of touched on, Carpenter was talking about it. Why did a lot of Carpenter's films, this is from Kieran Sweeney, why did a lot of Carpenter's films get panned on release but grow into cult classics?
Do you know what it is? His movies were, for the time, ahead of their time.
Yeah.
Because you watch The Thing now, the special effects don't hold up.
Oh, I think they're perfect.
But I was just about to say, as you watch the movie, it doesn't break the suspension of disbelief at all. And it's dark. It is claustrophobic. It feels amazing. Now, Ghosts of Mars, that movie sucks. But The Thing.
You know what haunted me? You know what haunted me in college?
What's that?
So everyone was like, oh yeah, Mark's like the movie guy. But there's one guy, right? And he was like, what do you think about Ghosts of Mars? And so I think Ghosts of Mars is very bad. There's a bad guy that just goes, Klaatu Barata, Bada,
Pretty much.
You have no idea what he says. And it looks like it was filmed on plastic wrap. I don't know why. Very bad. Very bad. But I looked at him and I'm like, I don't hate it because I just know it's bad, so I just enjoy it. He's like, you like Ghosts of Mars? I'm like, no, I didn't say that. So for the next few years I knew him, like, I don't want to listen to you. You like Ghosts of Mars. I'm like, but I didn't say that.
No, it's watchable. You're right. It's watchable.
I mean,
agreed.
It's oh gosh. But all right, so also with The Thing, like you said, it's claustrophobic.
Yeah, man, it's tight. It's tight, dude. And again, Keith David.
Oh, crushing it. You dirty mother.
Yeah. The thing about, you see, okay, Carpenter movies, yeah?
Yeah.
Escape from New York.
Yep.
The Thing.
Yep.
They Live. That's pretty much it for me.
Really? No Big Trouble in Little China? You're not really a Big Trouble in Little China, are you?
Big Trouble in Little China is going to get the más o menos comme si comme ça.
Oh, wow.
I don't hate it. But if it comes on TV, I don't mind changing the channel.
God, oh, dude, I'm that all day.
I know you are. And I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You sounded like Keith David when you said that. All right, and then let's see. We got another question for you.
Hey, bud.
So my favorite line about the gum. What kind of gum did he run out of? Juicy Fruit, Hubba Bubba, and that's from James Donovan. What kind of gum does Nada chew? That's a great question, isn't it?
James Donovan, this is a great question. And here's the thing. This is 1988. And so in the 80s, there was a commercial that was running. Double your pleasure, double for you, double mint gum. So I'm going to go double mint or spearmint gum.
It makes sense, right?
You got Bubblicious, the pink one.
Do you think Nada would chew Bubblicious? I think that's too much gum for Nada.
Too sweet, right?
I don't think Nada would have time for a cube of gum. I think he likes sticks.
Okay, so we're going double mint or spearmint because they came in the pack of 5, real simple, put them in your mouth, surprisingly long-lasting flavor. Okay, now, these were delicious, iconic 80s gums.
These spearmint, do you think he's that experimental?
My friend, spearmint at the time was a gum for people who drank vodka and smoked menthol cigarettes, man. It works.
So you think he would do that over there's spearmint and then there's the other one you said.
Spearmint and what was the other one? Spearmint and double mint.
Oh man.
Spearmint I think came in the green pack. Double mint was yellow. They were like the same design, but those gums were cheap as hell.
Yeah,
and they were good, bro.
Yeah,
and they were the gum of the working man. If you want to talk about the working man's gum, double mint or spearmint, brother.
All right,
guaranteed.
So let's settle on this before we go on break. Which one do you think?
Go for it.
Which one do you think it would be?
I'm going to go the yellow one, which would be double mint. Going double mint.
I think if it was just mint, he would do it. But double mint, he's like, I don't want double.
Oh,
If it said double spearmint, he would choose double mint over double spearmint, but he would choose spearmint over double mint.
That man also drank Miller Genuine Draft. Yep. So you're absolutely right. He would go for the simple choice. Yep. Well played, sir. Well played. That's why this is your podcast.
So we're gonna go on break. We're gonna chew some gum, and when we come back, we'll talk more. They Live. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks. And Norbert, we chewed a lot of gum.
And we kicked a lot of ass.
Yeah, we did. While chewing gum. So we're basically, we're oxymorons? Is that what that is?
We broke the phrase, baby. We broke it because that's how we get down. We're champions.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you know what, though? I feel like chewing gum while fighting would really wind me.
Well, I've come to realize that the chewing of gum while doing cardio moisturizes the mouth, man. It helps.
Really? I just can't do it.
Really? So when you run, you've got no gum in your mouth?
I can't do it. I listen to music.
Well, okay. What are you listening to, man?
All right. So, you know what, dude? I don't care. I got, all right. So I have the same playlist. So, when me in Korea, I ran all the time. So I basically listen to the same music. There's a song, oh crap. There's an All American Reject song I run to. There's a song called The First Single by The Format that I run to. I go to Kid Cudi's and MGMT's The Pursuit of Happiness, that remix.
Okay.
I do, I have some Blink-182 songs. I got, a bunch of alt music. I got some Kesha.
Really?
That Timber song with Pitbull. I mean, and I got, a couple of Flow Rida songs. See, I don't want to think, I listen to basically like alt. And so I like being emo, man, but when I'm running, I don't want to be thinking about that stuff. So I'll do like The Best Day of My Life. The King of Wishful Thinking, but it's a cover by Newfound Glory.
Okay, here's what you need.
Yeah.
Sleep Now in the Fire, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's,
Oh, man, I would be flying.
Okay, and number 2, training montage music from Rocky IV.
Oh, my gosh. I would never stop running.
Exactly.
I would run on top of the water over to South Korea right now.
You just want to kick a tree in half. It's amazing.
Do you want to know my greatest running memory?
Do it.
All right, so you know that mountain that used to be in Cheongju where everybody on the weekend climbed? Everybody on the weekend went up.
Yes.
So I ran that mountain once, and I was really lagging, and I just wasn't. I was about ready to quit, but then Newfound Glory's "The King of Wishful Thinking" cover came on, and it just like propelled me up. I just didn't stop. For the first time in my life, I was flying past those 50-year-old Korean women that fly past you
totally.
when you're hiking.
Totally.
So
they're just such pace setters, man. It lets you know what terrible shape you're in. When these elderly people are just, 안녕하세요, just a vertical.
They hit ludicrous speed. But
vertical.
I started passing them, and I felt like I had like 300 people behind me trying to keep up.
Probably did. You probably did.
That's like my best running memories because I was just ready to quit. And then Newfound Glory. They're coming out with a new album, by the way, From Scream to Your Stereo 2. Or 3.
Nice.
And I'm definitely... And they're actually coming to town on concert. But I just can't deal with that anymore. They're going to like a small venue. I can't. I'm 36. I can't do it. I'm going to the Muse concert, but I can't go to a tiny venue and watch concerts anymore.
Being in a small rectangular box. Nah, I feel you.
No thanks.
I feel you. And I DJ on and off, and it's still too much for me.
Oh, I got to say something. So, you know that Facebook challenge that came out where they're like, show your first and last? Or was it the 10 year? But I guess
10-year thing, yes.
I guess it would be 10 years for me. So, I hadn't thought about this in a long time. So, like, what is my first Facebook picture? And right now, at this point, I think I'm 82% certain that it's one of my first nights in Korea. I went out with you and Wong, and you were performing a song. I don't remember what song, and I'm holding this guy that I've met for 2 days upside down.
Listen, the nights in Road King in Cheongju.
Yeah.
Listen, those are nights of legend the tale should be told among glasses of mead in a hall that is lit by beautiful candlelight. Those were real days, man.
I was like,
the early 2000s.
I was like, I don't think I should share this photo because I'm just holding I'm holding this random guy upside down.
You really shouldn't, because that guy, it's 2019. People are real litigious these days, man. They might try to get at you.
And I'm very mad, Norbert. So I held the darts record on the dartboard at Road King while I was there.
Really?
And Niall, one of our people that we knew when we were out there, after I left.
Legendary Niall, yes.
He said he spent like 2 months there every night just trying to. So every night he honestly, he didn't cheat, but he was there for about 2 months, almost every night, pouring money into that machine, playing by himself to beat my record.
There it is.
That's terrible.
There it is. Listen, we all have standards that we try to best, man. There it is. You know, he's probably, you're the best around. He's listening to that while he's throwing darts at the board. Nothing's going to ever keep you down. He's a crazy guy, man.
So I think I brought out the best in Niall.
You did. This is what you do to humanity with your podcast.
I leave, and then he just wants to beat my record. And then he sent me a picture.
You're living your best life.
He sent me a picture, Norbert.
Say word. What was the score?
Oh, man. It was 10 years ago, dude.
Oh, fair enough.
Man, but he sent me a picture. That kind of killed me. All right,
a couple of IPAs.
Yeah, I'll forget about those.
Yes, sir.
All right, go. Let's finish up these questions we got. I'll give you a couple. Who did it better? This is from William Francis. And who did it better? They Live or the South Park episode?
Okay, listen. There was a lot of marijuana in college when South Park first came out. And after college and the marijuana ended, me and South Park ended. So I'm going They Live. So it's that simple.
I haven't watched South Park in a very long time.
I don't know anyone who's still watching South Park. Like, what?
I do say, I don't even know if I saw that episode, but remember that episode where, somebody was making up all these conspiracy theories, and I think Stan was like, really? I still say really a lot. The only way I would be controversial, right, and to get clicks is that South Park brought They Live back into the national conscience.
Did they? That's too bad. I mean, it's good that people watch it, but South Park.
Well, a lot of stoned college students saw it and went, "Whoa, what is that from?" And then they did their dial-up internet, or if they were rich kids, they had the better stuff, and they went, "Oh, that's from They Live. Whoa, let's watch it." Right? And then they watched it that night stoned, and they're like, "This is amazing." So They Live. The fight's always the best. But the South Park.
So was that the Jimmy fight?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that they were trying to riff on They Live. Whatever.
So that
I feel you. Go for it, bro.
Right? Listen, the They Live fight is the best, but
it is.
Yeah. But at least it brought it back into the conversation for kids who had no idea what it was.
Fair enough, baby. Fair enough. We will ride with that.
Robert Lamb asks, why wasn't the fight longer?
The only reason why the fight wasn't longer is because they didn't give him the budget, man.
Yeah,
there's no way that fight could not have gone on a solid 10 to 15. Yep. It break out from the alley into the street. He puts him through a car, and then oh my God, the glasses work.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
They didn't and that fight walks a fine line, right? Between
go for it.
It could be that fight is not too long and it's not too short, but in the middle it might have been too long. Does that is that weird? It goes on so long, that it becomes epic. But if it would have been 30 seconds shorter, it would have been too long.
The thing about it is too, it's still carrying the narrative as the fight goes on. Because you're getting to see parts of their character, Keith David is all about his family.
He's not a dirty fighter.
Right. He's not a dirty fighter. And he's an inherently good guy. So when Piper tries to hit him in the junk, you dirty mother,
Yeah.
And Piper's been on the street since he's 13, so he's just doing what he has to do.
Whoa.
So you get to see elements of their character come out, and at the same time, Piper is really defending himself more so than he's trying to beat the hell out of Keith David.
Yeah.
And there are few movie fights that you can say carry the story the way that this fight does, man. It's such a good movie,
well,
man.
What a great point too, because if you think about it, when he smashes that car, when he smashes Frank's car, right?
Right, he apologizes.
Yeah, and he laughs, and then Frank bashes the bottle, and it all explodes, and then he starts laughing.
Right.
Oh, damn, Norbert.
Right. He doesn't want to kill Frank, dude. That's his boy.
Yeah,
you know
he likes Frank. And in the commentary, Roddy Piper's like, he's my friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Rest in peace, Piper. Rest in peace.
That really, and it did further the narrative. And you know what's interesting is I find action scenes, I love action scenes, right? But I feel like they only work best when they do what They Live did.
Right.
I have found myself not liking just action scenes, right? I feel like they
so often you can just tune it out.
Yeah, they need to tell a story. And that's why I keep going back to Descent, but I think that tells a story. Because you learn a lot about the people in the process.
Correct, man. Hey. Characters exposed in the fight of They Live, man. Characters exposed, you know? Even when Frank helps him up, you know, I told you I didn't want to be involved. Bang.
Yep, and he punches him.
Trying to keep his he's trying to keep his he doesn't know about the conspiracy. So to him, it's still, I need this job. I believe in America. You follow the rules. We can eventually get by, you know?
And I have a large Canadian man fighting me now.
Exactly. You know what I mean? That is such an underpinning of the first act of this movie, man. If you just keep your head down and work hard, you can eventually succeed, man. This is why so many people, even today, necessarily want billionaires to be gone, because maybe I can be a billionaire or a millionaire too. It's in there in that movie, man.
Yeah.
It's in there.
You know what annoys me?
Brilliant.
Two things. One thing I love. Keith David works the jab beautifully.
Yes, he does.
Jabs are underrated, and his jab is beautiful. And also it annoys me that if I ask somebody nowadays, who do you think would win? Hobbs and Shaw, Jason Statham, and Dwayne Johnson against Nada and Frank, Keith David, and Roddy Piper, they would be like, oh, Hobbs and Shaw.
This is crap. This is crap.
I'd be like, listen, youngin'.
No, we don't believe you. Listen. Roddy Piper and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, wrestling-wise, I would say that they're pretty much on the same technical level.
Yep. And no one's done more matches than Roddy Piper, maybe Ric Flair.
No, not at all.
Yep.
And Jason Statham's an Olympic swimmer, period, point blank, okay? He's not winning a fight against Keith Bomba Clot David, no boy. Blood Clot, no boy.
At the same age, Keith David would jab him to death.
Just biscuits. Are you kidding me? Did you see the combos they were throwing at the beginning of that fight?
They were throwing combos. They were throwing punches and bunches.
Yeah, man.
They would Nick Diaz, the Hobbs and Shaw. They would just keep landing combos. And the footwork. Keith David had footwork and jabs and combos.
Listen, Keith David kept his head on a swivel.
Yep.
He was bobbing and weaving.
Yep.
And he pulled out a wrestling move or two during the fight.
He was just unlucky to fight a massive Canadian who fought with street rules since he was 13.
Just a man who was chiseled out of stone, who managed to avoid his father's razor blade as he was going back and forth like he was sawing a little tree. You can't beat up a guy like that, but he did.
That scene where he picks up Keith David, I know Keith jumps with it, but he held him up there for a while, and Keith David's a heavy dude.
Listen, this was the pinnacle of fight choreography in 1988, man. You weren't seeing anything like that, okay? Not Seagal, not Schwarzenegger, definitely not Stallone. Stallone was just doing still the Rocky thing where he just stands there and gets punched in the face 1,000 times.
You know, they practiced that fight in John Carpenter's backyard.
Nice.
Yeah, they did for weeks. And
I'm sure he's got footage.
And they based it on The Quiet Man, that massive John Wayne fight in The Quiet Man. So Carpenter's like, I want a Quiet Man fight, but I want it with this movie. And they had Roddy Piper, Keith David, and let's see, oh man, I got his name right here. The guy who played every single one of the dead creatures, Amada, the stunt coordinator. Yeah,
nice.
so all the aliens he plays. And
Nice.
so it was them in John Carpenter's backyard just planning out a fight. Oh man, how cool would that have been to be there to see that?
Are you kidding me, man? Just Piper, just taking Keith David to the side. Okay, so I'm gonna lay you out, eh? And then I'm gonna pick you up and I'm gonna slam you to the ground again. It's gonna be all right, eh? Because we're gonna drink some Molson after, and then we're gonna talk about it. You know? I'm sorry, man. That came out of nowhere.
And you know, Keith David said he's on tape on the They Live Blu-ray by Shout Factory, amazing Blu-ray. He said,
Nice.
I never felt safer fighting with another guy.
That's the thing.
So Keith
Piper,
David said, I never felt safer.
I told you, man. Piper and The Rock, in terms of technical wrestling, there's no real difference. And if anything, because Piper has more experience, he knows how to, for example, give you a pile driver without breaking your neck. I think that's happened to a couple of guys in actual WWF. And a couple of guys got hurt.
What I like about this fight scene is, I know I keep talking, I'm harking on this a lot, but you watch a lot of these fight scenes with The Rock or Arnold or Stallone, right? They don't get hurt. In this movie, Keith David takes it to Roddy Piper. So if Roddy Piper had a massive ego, right, Hulk Hogan wouldn't have been taken to town like this by Keith David. But Roddy Piper...
They look even.
Yeah.
They look even.
Roddy Piper was totally fine with it. And he was happy to do it. And he said it actually helped save his WWE career. And also with Roddy Piper too, man, like he grew up wrestling in those Canadian dungeons. You know, they call it like a dungeon. Where he trained was a miserable place.
Yeah,
so he wasn't just
on a dirty bed.
Yeah. He wasn't just a fake wrestler. This guy had been put through 8 ringers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the Stu Hart dungeon.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Owen Hart, right? That was where all the old Canadian guys got it done. Yep. And they were just in the basement on a dirty old mattress, just rolling around, you know.
So we did a podcast about Ready to Rumble. There's a guy, a friend of mine, Mo Lightning. He does a wrestling audio podcast, long running wrestling thing. And I brought him in to do Ready to Rumble, and he was angry at me at first. But I'm like, we're only talking about positives. We're not just gonna bash on this movie. But, you know, Martin Landau plays like a Stu Hart type guy in that Oscar-winning. Martin Landau is
I saw that movie. It was a long time ago. One of the, what's the guy's name? He was in 8-Legged Freaks.
Yeah, David Arquette.
Yes, that's okay. Yes. Oh, my God. He was supposed to be Stu Hart. That makes a lot of sense. I'm going to get that movie again and watch it.
So... All right, what I like about Ready to Rumble are the decisions made by Oliver Platt. Because Oliver Platt, he's a good actor. He has been around forever. So the decisions... He
plays a scumbag, right?
Decisions that he makes in that movie are not... He makes decisions to be this character, and I think they're brilliant. Also, I think I'm a big fan of the Scream series and Ravenous, so I think David Arquette has more to him than Ready to Rumble. It's not a good movie. It's a very bad movie. But
it was a bad movie.
Yeah, there's a scene in that movie where a crap truck flips, right, and poops flying everywhere. And then a semi truck hits it, but the semi truck is carrying toilet paper that's not in any wrappers. So toilet paper comes flying out. And then some guy goes, "What are the odds?" And
that's Looney Tunes.
I've never wanted to headbutt a TV more.
Yeah, that's Looney Tunes. That sounds terrible.
I wanted to chase it. Oh yeah. All right, but back to this movie. So let's see. I
like it.
I think we have one more question, and this is a very good question that comes from Brett Hendrickson. Sorry. If this film was planned to be remade, who would you want? So everything's remade, Norbert. So
yes, sir.
Everything is.
Yes, sir.
The Great Train Robbery came out a year later. It was remade. When sound happened, the majority of the silent pictures were remade. So this is going to happen. If this film, it couldn't though, because of cell phones and all. Well, it could be because of today. Yeah, but I just want to talk about the actors.
Okay.
Who would you want casted in it? Minus Kurt Russell or Dwayne Johnson. So we got to cast Nada, and we have to cast Keith David.
This is the thing, man. I mean, keep it real, Mr. Hoffmeyer. Who amongst the Hollywood greats now has that everyman quality that those two guys bring to this picture? Because it doesn't work without that.
Yeah, it needs to be blue collar.
Yeah. Piper and Keith David were perfect.
Oh man.
Because you absolutely believed that they were dudes on the end of their rope willing to work at a construction site for cash. I couldn't believe anybody at this point, man.
So here's what we got to do. We got to go out of left field.
Okay.
And I'm not saying Paul Giamatti, but I'm saying like a character who's as unassuming as that. So you don't have a hulking dude anymore. You don't have, the Jab City Keith David.
Right.
You have other characters who aren't as big or high level. Are there some actors like that?
You know, the thing about it is, if it's Hollywood today, they're going to throw in Colin Farrell as Roddy Piper or something like that. What
about John Leguizamo? Could he pull off Every Day?
You know what? Leguizamo would be good as Keith David.
He'd be perfect.
Leguizamo would work as Keith David.
You know, he does a ton of boxing training too, right? He boxes a lot, so he'd be good in the fight scenes.
He's from New York. There's no way that man doesn't know how to use his hands properly.
Yeah, he could throw combos.
Oh, sorry, sneezing.
Well, what about Brendan Fraser?
Ooh, Fraser's a big guy. He's big. He would work as Piper. And honestly, I think that Fraser is underrated as an actor.
Yeah, I do too. I liked him. I didn't like that Trust show, but I just watched it because he was in it. So, all right. So I want to see. Oh, dude. So I don't know how we did it, but these are two of my favorite actors because I love The Mummy. I have a huge soft spot for The Mummy, and we actually did. Oh, the Brendan Fraser. And we also did an Encino Man podcast. Yeah, you should listen to. We said that. So we said that Stoney. So I did an entire backstory for Stoney in Encino Man. So you should listen to that podcast. But so we'd have a fight between Brendan Fraser and John Leguizamo.
Dude, that's MGM Grand. That's Madison Square Garden.
And you could work that because Leguizamo could move.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's small.
Yeah.
He's small.
And jiu-jitsu would play more of a deal now.
Listen, Frazier is doing Andre the Giant type moves. He's grabbing Leguizamo by the neck. He's throwing him up against the wall. Nothing is safe. Everything is on the table. I think it would go down well.
Man, we just made this movie.
That would work. And for what it's worth, I saw your remakes article on RottenTomatoes.com, everybody. Check out Hoffmeyer on RottenTomatoes.com, by the way, excellent writer. And I will say this, remake that was good, Fright Night.
Oh, yeah, dude, you love the Fright Night remake?
Fright Night remake was spectacular to me.
So good. The
Colin
cast,
Farrell,
dude.
Yes. Colin Farrell, perfect. The guy that played Evil Ed.
Oh,
perfect.
Yeah, Anton Yelchin.
That's good.
I think Imogen Poots, the actress in that.
She was great.
She is very good, man. She's awesome in Green Room. I know this sounds like my wife's my wife's like a big fan of Poots because you could put Poots in a scene with a stapler and the stapler would have chemistry.
That's right. Yeah. She was great. She was great in that movie. And R.I.P. to Yelchin. That was too bad. But man, I love that Fright Night movie.
David Tennant.
I literally would rather watch the remake than the original. And I still watch them back to back, to be honest with you. That's how I watch Fright Night.
It's a good remake. It is a good remake.
It is. I watch Fright Night original, and then I watch the remake, and then I watch Fright Night 2, just because that woman in Fright Night 2, her eyes are spectacular.
Oh, yeah. Who is that actress?
I forget her name right now, but her eyes is, welcome to Fright Night. It's just because I was a little kid.
Oh, and when 2 came out?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, she's hot.
And then speaking of random, but one of my articles that kind of brought us talking again, because we always had on Facebook and stuff, but that article in 2015, I wrote for AV Club. You're like, wait a second, that's you. You were reading an article and then you saw my name in it.
That's right.
And then you messaged me. I'm like, oh, but Norbert. Yeah, man.
You're a champion, brother.
Dude, Fright Night, dude. Remake.
Well, let me tell you. Here are a couple. Here, let me tell you something about this. Oh, my brain just froze.
Oh wait. You want me to drop something on you while your brain's frozen?
Do something. Drop it.
Someone said to me the other day that, all right, so Scorsese should have won his Oscar sooner, right?
Yeah,
Taxi, all those movies. But
yeah,
if you've read the remake article, it's very hard to make a remake that is better than the original, and that's what Scorsese did. And
The Departed is great.
Very few people have made, and Infernal Affairs I love. It's in the 80s. I mean, it's a very high-rated remake or film. So he made a remake that was better of a movie that was already in the 80s on Tomato Meter score. So
that's right.
The fact that he's one of the few people to ever pull that off warrants an Oscar.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I could make a case. I could annoy Matt Damon and Good Will Hunting in a bar. I could How Do You Like Them Apples on him in a Boston pub while drinking some Boston lager.
Well, nice accent. Yeah. Well played. +1 right there.
Chowder.
The creator of Infernal Affairs, from what I read, whether it was Wikipedia or just online, he felt that it was okay. He liked his movie better, and he felt that they just took the 3 Infernal Affairs because it's a trilogy. He felt like they took the 3 movies and smashed them together.
Oh, he did. Totally.
So,
but that works, though. The fact that he smashed 3 into 1.
Yeah, that movie's brilliant, man. I don't hate that movie. I watched it about a month ago. I rewatched it.
Wahlberg in that movie, dude. Oh, my God. Baldwin in that. Baldwin's Freak Out. Nicholson.
Yo, when Baldwin just punches that guy in the face, I rewind that every time. Because, where did you put the camera? Where did you put the camera?
Oh, man.
It's amazing, man. Yeah. It is absolutely amazing.
So that was my point about the thing.
What I wanted to say, what is the deal with Piper's facial awareness? Do you know how many times he just bumps into stuff and falls down? And he's such... I mean, he's been, we're supposed to believe that this guy's been surviving on the streets since he was 13, can't avoid boxes.
He's very clumsy.
He's always falling down. He falls down in the church. He falls down in the supermarket. What's going on?
He's crashing into everything.
Seriously. And every time oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, you go. You're on a good one.
I was going to say, every time he pulls out a machine gun, watch that movie again.
Oh,
gosh. There's no aim. He's just spraying, dude. He's got GoldenEye Nintendo 64 aim lock on. It's amazing.
He has one arming an AK. Not an AK. It's definitely not an AK, but he's one arming it and just trucking people. But the security forces by the aliens aren't good because they're not used to these battles.
Well, you know how it is, brother, man. You are a film aficionado and a teacher at this point. So you know that Stormtrooper aim is just the default setting for movie villains.
You know, I wrote an article about in Commando. It's on Movies, Films, and Flicks, where I counted all the guns and how many bullets they could shoot per clip and when they were killed. And I figured out that 3,117 bullets missed Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando.
Of course. Yeah, man. Stick around. Yeah. You know, it's ridiculous, man.
Now, go for it.
I was going to say, when they're in the alley and he's got the guy up on the roof of the alley, he's just waving his arm around and he makes precision shots and kills this man. It is ridiculous.
It's like in this world, that's what you do, right? Mm-hmm. Just one arm it.
It is.
The kickback, these bullets are lighter and there's less gravity. Or more gravity. Less gravity.
But for what it's worth, the man's arm is the size of my head.
So you're right.
I forgive him recoil. That was a big man. Yeah. So, R.I.P. Roddy Piper.
I'm going to give us our rating right here, but I love when he finds out about the aliens, right? And so he starts calling people formaldehyde face. He's like, that's like pouring perfume on a pig. And then he looks at one of them and he goes, you look like your head fell in the cheese dip back in 1957. Real fucking ugly. But it's the cheese dip, that's very Canadian, right? Like the poutine.
It is. It is.
I mean, I'm not saying that's all the stereotypes combined, but just the way he said it. But I loved he just starts swearing and murdering people. And then he calls someone the Tooth Fairy. No, I'm the Tooth Fairy.
He does. And then there's the one part where him and Keith David walk into the hotel and he suddenly, ain't love grand? Why? Why? What does love have to do with this, man?
Then you have the saddest story on the planet. All right, so we've let's move to the end. What do you think? Let's get to the end where we have.
All right, brother, talk to me.
He's one arming machine gunning people. They get this watch, which have portals, which we have learned. They open up a portal and they jump through.
That's right.
They appear in a massive tunnel that's bilingual. Which I think that's a beautiful touch, dude. They're in a bilingual language portal.
The irony is how these aliens have come to Earth to slaughter us all and use us as cattle, and yet are still kind enough to put the bathroom is this way in 2 different languages.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
John Carpenter knew what he was doing.
He did, man. That's how it gets down.
And then it turns out that they got their act together, according to that guy, and they can travel everywhere, right, from different places. So they're opening up portals, and then they just start killing people. There's more, but then what bums me out, we haven't talked about her, but it kind of bums me out that Holly, played by Meg Foster, wipes out Keith David. But it's kind of gangster how she does it. Just
in the brain, no words.
No hesitation.
None.
And did you see that coming?
You know what it is? As a kid, I did not. As an adult, I get it. Because when I was watching this movie again, preparing for the podcast, I put down in my notes, would you sell out right away? And that's the key to this whole movie, man. Comfort over everything else, man. You consider that your cell phone contains components that have been dug up through the trash from slave kids. You know what I'm saying? Nike sneakers made 35 cents a pair by slave kids. For us to live comfortably, there has to be a quote unquote third world. Would you sell out? Most people, why not? You saw Holly's apartment. It was pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
And when she does that MMA spin move to knock Nada out the window, she had a really nice container that was holding liquid, man. She's living well.
That decanter knocked him a very long way.
Exactly. She uses the decanter. She does a great spin move, bro. It's MMA-esque. So this is the thing, man.
I just love how it all builds to. We've talked about it already, but I just love that it just builds to this ending, man. It's just a perfect ending.
Boobs. It's the 80s. Gotta be boobs. Gotta be boobs.
And the guy in the bar too. I just love the random dude at the bar. And then the people.
He's sitting there, what the hell?
Yeah. And then the newscasters, all the crew are like, what the hell?
Yeah. The guy goes, Holly, you look like shit. And he runs away.
And then the movie ends. Oh, it's so brilliant. Cue John Carpenter's score.
Do.
I mean, it just builds to that, man. It just builds to. Oh, and I put that on my birthday list. I think my wife's getting for me the They Live soundtrack by Mondo. What they do, the cool art on the thing. But
do it.
Yeah, man. I don't know. So, what are your final thoughts about this movie?
Listen, in 2019, you watch this movie, you start to think that your bosses are not human. It's that simple. This movie holds up in a way that a lot of 80s movies do not. You know, You're not going to rewatch The Secret of My Success and feel like, yeah, this is going on right now. I'll put it to you like that, baby. This movie is deep. This movie is real. And I put it up there as Carpenter's best.
Wow. Is that why you were always wearing sunglasses at work?
Listen, you don't want to not see the aliens, man. Mr. On, he was an alien. That guy wasn't cool.
How come you never had headaches though that felt like a knife was in your skull?
Because I was drunk all the time.
We were drinking those coffees, Maxim coffees.
You thought it was coffee.
Is that why I was just yelling at my kids and doing backflips during all this? This
is why you're trying to entertain the kids, and I'm just sitting there, hey, you want to learn English? Okay, whatever.
Read the book.
This is what it is. The book has the answer. Teacher, what? Shut up.
I tell a lot about people I work with that all my classes were taped, and they didn't believe me. I'm like, of course they were.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't mind it because it covered us. If someone said something, watch the tape.
That's right. CCTV. That is a phrase learned in Asia.
Hey, we were being watched while teaching.
All times. That's right. Correct,
also,
man.
All right, but no, dude, I want to say thank you for joining me. This was a lot of fun.
God bless you, sir, and well played on your best life.
And you're coming back for Jumper, right?
You let me know, and I will be there. You are the Hoff.
Awesome, dude. Well, thanks for coming on. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Norbert Morvan, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.